Hello and welcome to Non-Stop 100. Now it's time to take a look at all the big stories from the country and across the globe in 30 minutes straight. The brutal highway gang rape of a woman and her teenage daughter in Bulandshahr is haunting the Akhilesh Yadav government. 3 days since the horrific incident, the key accused is still on the run. As pressure mounts on Uttar Pradesh police and the state government to punish the perpetrators of this heinous crime, a political blame game is already playing out. The opposition is also demanding the Chief Minister's resignation. Samajwadi Party leader Azam Khan is in the eye of a storm after he claimed that the gang rape incident was orchestrated by a political opponent to malign the Samajwadi Party's image. In a reality check conducted by India Today, it's come to light that a similar gang rape incident was also reported to the police, to which no action was taken. Locals claim that the police in fact turned a blind eye to the evidence that was given to them. Ahead of the polls, Gujarat Chief Minister Anandiben Patel, who is in the midst of several challenges, offers to resign, saying that it was time for a new leadership to take over since she was soon going to turn 75 years old. Top decision-making body of the BJP met today to discuss the Chief Minister's successor. In fact, the state BJP chief, Vijay Rupani, is the front-runner to replace Anandiben Patel. Dalit politics in Gujarat is far from over. Sources say that the Dalits who were being released from the hospital earlier on have now been asked to stay inside the hospital for Mayawati's visit that's scheduled for 4th of August. India Today has accessed the auction notice for liquor baron Vijay Mallya's assets worth 700 crore rupees that will go under the hammer this month. This is the second attempt by the 17-bank consortium to recover their money. Trouble also is mounting for Lalit Modi as the Interpol is reportedly reconsidering issuing a red corner notice against him. Interpol has now written to the CBI seeking details on Lalit Modi and the cases against him. Congress President Sonia Gandhi is leading a mega road show in the Prime Minister's constituency, Varanasi. The Congress chief will also address a huge gathering after the road show. Flood situation in Assam continues to be in a critical state, with the deluge claiming 2 more lives. This has now brought the death toll to 34. Over 17 lakh people have already been affected by unprecedented flood. Rain also triggered massive landslide near Shimla, leaving thousands of tourists stranded. The landslide occurred on National Highway 5. The blockade caused problems to hundreds of commuters as well. Jammu and Kashmir Education Minister Naeem Akhtar's house was attacked with petrol bombs in Srinagar on Monday night. The attackers haven't been identified yet, and no reports of severe damage has also been reported. Amid the unrest in Kashmir Valley, National Conference leader Iftikhar Miskar has quit the party and joined the separatists. However, there are reports that he was forced to do so. Chief Minister of Haryana Manoharlal Khattar was on his way from Gurgaon to Delhi when he faced the same difficulty that thousands of his state residents had to face. In fact, the Chief Minister and his brigade had to abandon their plans to proceed to New Delhi after he was stranded due to massive traffic jam near Rajokri. Over 20,000 starving Indian workers in Saudi Arabia have received 16,000 kgs of food from the Indian government. The workers were left without any money to buy food or travel back to India. The lone wolf terror suspect Mohammad Masihudeen, who was nabbed last month, had foreign tourists on his radar. He told the agencies that his handlers had specifically instructed him to target foreign nationals from Western nations. A lioness was electrocuted in Gujarat when it came in contact with live wires of a barbed fence. The fencing had been put up illegally around the field by farmers in the area. A 3-year-old leopard was rescued from a well in a 3-hour rescue operation in Maharashtra. After conducting a thorough physical examination, the leopard was released back into its natural habitat. A youth tripped and fell off a waterfall while trying to click a selfie with his friend in Uttar Pradesh's Mirzapur area. 2 youngsters were clicking selfies and photographers at Tanda waterfall when the incident took place. Hindus across northern India visited temples and offered special prayers to Lord Shiva on the occasion of Shivratri. Shivratri is considered to be extremely auspicious, especially when it falls in the month of the monsoon or Shravan. 8 rhino calves are among 107 animals who were rescued from the Kaziranga National Park, which was badly hit by the floods in Assam as the situation continued to remain grim. No end to the crime emerging from the state of Uttar Pradesh. A minor was raped at gunpoint in the state's Rampur area. The accused not only raped the minor but also filmed the shameful act. Three members of a family died after multi-story building collapsed due to the heavy rain in the national capital. The incident happened in the city's Uttam Nagar locality, where a portion of their roof above the first floor collapsed. Locals in Uttamnagar area allege rainwater had accumulated in the locality due to heavy rainfall in the last 2 to 3 days, leading to the collapse of the building. A case has been registered against another Aam Aadmi Party lawmaker, Surendra Singh, in Haryana's Jhajjar area. The Aam Aadmi Party lawmaker has been accused of forging his educational qualification. A Delhi court dismissed the bail plea of Aam Aadmi Party MLA Sharad Chauhan, who was arrested along with 5 others in connection with the suicide of a woman party worker. The court sent him to 14 days judicial custody. The special cell of the Delhi police arrested 4 people, including a Nigerian couple, and recovered heroin worth $2.39 million. Police arrested 2 Punjab residents who led the cops to the Nigerian couple. The issue of a separate state for Vidarbha rocked the Maharashtra Assembly, following which both houses were adjourned. BJP's Nana Patole had raised the matter of a separate statehood for Vidarbha. 2 coaches of a CST-bound local train were derailed after leaving Kalyan station, affecting services on the central line. In fact, the train had barely gathered speed when the derailment occurred. Thankfully, no casualties were reported. A major fire broke out in a garments factory in Goregaon early this morning, but since the factory was shut, no casualties were reported. 4 fire engines and 5 water tankers were sent to the spot. While monsoon has created a bit of havoc across the country, the showers have brought immense relief to the residents of Latur district, which was reeling under drought for 6 months. Residents have finally started receiving tap water. In a one-of-its-kind wedding ceremony, a couple in Kolhapur district tied the knot while dangling 1,000 feet in air. Dressed in traditional Marathi outfit, the bride and groom braved the rain as they dangled above the deep gorge through wires. A clash erupted between TDP and YSR workers during a school committee election in East Godavari district. 15 persons were injured in that clash, while 5 suffered serious injuries. The demand for special status to Andhra Pradesh has once again gained momentum. The principal opposition YSR Congress has called a statewide bandh. On the 2nd of August, Congress has backed the bandh. A TDP MP from Anantapur has claimed that the Prime Minister feared Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu, and he, along with British Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, were the only 2 leaders who could take on Narendra Modi. The Congress staged a protest against the removal of the late YS Rajashekar Reddy statue from the heart of Vijayawada city. In fact, the state administration removed the statue of the late leader, which had been installed opposite a police control room. The Met has warned heavy to very heavy rainfall for the next 2 days in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Many regions in the states have been witnessing heavy rainfall, and the administration is closely monitoring the situation. Researchers say that if the administration would not take immediate steps to create a good drainage system, there are chances that the city might submerge. Researchers also feel that the drainage system needs to be created on a war footing. A low-intensity blast took place at Mysuru Court. Reports say that the explosion occurred in a public toilet near the Mysuru City Court premises. The building of the toilet complex had been damaged. The Chief Minister's son Rakesh was laid to rest. Chief Minister Siddaramaia's son, who was visiting Belgium, died due to multi-organ failure. His final rites were performed in Mysuru. The plane carrying Rakesh arrived at the airport and was shifted to Mysuru in a special plane, and the final rites were performed at the Chief Minister's farmhouse. After 6 months of planning and 12 hours of intense cake making proved a rewarding exercise for 4 baking enthusiasts of the Bangalore Baking Buddies. In fact, their cake secured a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records. And minutes after she broke down in the Rajya Sabha, the Chief Minister of the state and AIADMK Supremo Jayalalitha sacked Shashikala Pushpa for what she said in the upper house. In fact, the Chief Minister blamed her for bringing a bad name to the party. The Tamil Nadu Assembly has adopted a unanimous resolution asking the centre to rename Madras High Court as the Tamil Nadu High Court and not the Chennai High Court, as proposed in a bill that was introduced in Parliament last month. The fishermen of Rameshwaram will be withdrawing the indefinite strike that has been going on for the last 10 days. This after the leaders of the community got a chance to meet with the Ministry of External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. All government colleges in Puducherry will now be equipped with Wi-Fi facility. A leading corporate house has agreed to provide the facility. Authorities say that more institutions will also be covered very soon. The Kerala Chief Minister P. Vijayan has said that at least 700 Malayalis are stranded without jobs in Saudi Arabia. He says that talks are going on with the authorities in the Gulf countries to bring them back home. State government has directed the Association of Non-Resident Keralites Department to discuss the Saudi crisis. The department has been asked to take steps to help the workers return back safely. Ahead of the Transport Department's no helmet, no petrol rule implementation, the department has launched an awareness campaign. Officials were seen distributing booklets and pamphlets at all petrol pumps and even gave gifts to those who came wearing a helmet. The uncertainty over former Finance Minister Patiala Congress stay in Congress-led UDF looms large. In fact, senior Congress leaders are to meet the party high command to discuss the matter. A committee has been formed to look into the ongoing dispute between lawyers and journalists in Kerala. The Kerala Advocate General will be heading the probe committee. News from West Bengal. Scores of parents staged a protest outside a school after 2 children died of dengue. Doctors say that both the kids had shown uncommon dengue symptoms after they got fever. The state governor has also assured a fair investigation into the death of teenager Abhesh Das Gupta. The governor also cautioned people against allowing their children to become too influenced by quote-unquote Western culture. A woman's body was discovered by the police inside a guest house in the Iqbalpur area of the city. The 30-year-old woman was allegedly murdered by her husband, who left her body in the guest room house. A baby monkey was electrocuted while jumping between trees during the heavy rain and storm. In fact, the monkey arrived at the spot immediately and encircled the area, which created panic among the residents. A unique scheme, Learn, Earn, Return Fund, has been initiated by the Indian Institute of Technology in Kharagpur. In fact, the scheme aims to create a financial support system for students and imbibe the culture of giving back to sustain the initiative. In international news, the US military conducted airstrikes targeting the Islamic State militants in the Libyan city of Sirte. In fact, forces aligned with the United Nations back the government, having been battling the Islamic State since May. Russia's defense ministry has confirmed that its military helicopter carrying 5 people was shot down in the north of Syria's rebel-held Idlib province. The chopper was an Mi-8 military transport helicopter. It was on its way back to Russia's main airbase. Pope Francis says that it was wrong to identify Islam with violence and that social injustice and idolatry of money were among the prime causes for terror. A group of Muslims gathered outside the Trump Tower in New York City to denounce Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump for his attack on the parents of a Muslim U.S. Army officer who was killed in the Iraq War. The special force of fighting against narco-trafficking in Bolivia seized more than 7.5 tons of cocaine that was valued at more than $350 million, and it was destined for the United States. A Taliban truck bomb exploded just outside a protected hotel compound that was used by foreign service contractors in Kabul. However, casualties appear to have been limited. The Iraqi Prime Minister has ordered a probe into allegations of corruption that was made against lawmakers by Defense Minister during a parliament session. In fact, Speaker Salim Al-Jabouri denied the charges of corruption. 3 fleets of the Chinese Navy conducted a combined drill on the East China Sea to mark the Chinese Army Day. The drill highlighted the requirement for rail battles, focusing on discovering and solving problems. Voters in the Japanese capital elected their first woman governor after 2 predecessors stepped down over scandals that clouded the city's preparation to host the 2020 Summer Olympics. 9 soldiers said to be from a group which attacked a hotel where President Tayyip Erdogan was staying during an attempted coup were detained. During the coup, the attempt was made around 25 soldiers in helicopters that had descended upon the hotel. The police were led on a high-speed car chase that ended in the arrest of a woman in Southern California. The red sedan sped across highways at speeds stopping more than 90 miles per hour and ran through multiple red lights at major intersections. Ride-hailing firm Didi Chup said it will buy Uber's China operations in a deal that will give Uber a stake in that company and ending bruising competition between the two. The deal is valued at $35 billion. Indigenous Bolivians gathered at dawn to honor the goddess of earth and fertility on the day of Mother Earth. During the ceremony, the faithful burn offerings of sweets, alcohol to the god. Thai elephants helped boost awareness on the 7th of August referendum by handing out leaflets to motorists in the Ayutthaya province. The animals were seen taking to the streets along with Thai students to encourage people to vote on whether to accept the draft constitution. At least 80 skeletons lie in a mass grave in an ancient Greek cemetery, their wrists clamped by iron shackles that have been found. Archaeologists say that they are all a result of a mass execution. After being cleared of doping charges by NADA, Narsingh Yadav paid a visit to the Prime Minister. The wrestler even thanked the Prime Minister for his support. The Wrestling Federation of India President Brij Bhushan welcomed the decision by NADA, says that he is very confident about Narsingh Yadav's participation in Rio and he would write to the United World Wrestling regarding the same. Sushil Kumar, meanwhile, also welcomed the NADA decision to exonerate Narsingh Yadav from charges of doping. Sushil expressed happiness on Twitter and wished Narsingh Yadav the very best. DCCA has called for an emergency working meeting in Mumbai ahead of their annual general meeting. This is to discuss the Lodha panel implementations and the proposed T20 series against West Indies in the US. With only a couple of days left for the final kickoff, Rio is all get up as finishing touches are being put to the Olympic Park to make it ready for the Games. An analysis of the government data has said that Rio de Janeiro's air is very polluted and the Olympics' promise of cleaner winds has not been met. Meanwhile, all decision regarding the participation of Russian athletes at Rio Olympics will also be made today. Russian sports minister had presented a report on Russia's fight against doping before UNESCO. Sao Paulo manager Edgardo Bauza has been named as the new head coach of the Argentinian national football team. Bauza, in fact, replaces Gerardo Martino at helm, who resigned after Argentina's Copa America final loss to Chile. Darren Lehmann will be staying as the head coach of the Australian cricket team until the 2019 Cricket World Cup. In fact, he has replaced Mickey Arthur as Australia's coach. Actor Akshay Kumar says that the row between his wife Tungal Khanna and actor Nasiruddin Shah has been settled after the latter apologized for his remark on Rajesh Khanna. Actor Nargis Fakhri, who recently made news by posting about her travel adventures on Instagram, is believed to have signed her second Hollywood film. The super fun franchise Golmaal is likely to get a new leading lady for its fourth outing. Kareena Kapoor Khan, who has played the main lead in the movie up till now, will not be able to continue her association with the film. Superstar Shah Rukh Khan has been roped in for director IMTIAZ'S next film. Shah Rukh Khan will be seen romancing actor Anushka Sharma in that particular film. Singer Selena Gomez won big at the recently held Teen Choice Awards 2016. The other big winner of the day was the TV series Pretty Little Liars, the mystery drama that won 6 trophies. Home Box Office, or HBO, has confirmed that the much-adored TV series Game of Thrones will discontinue after Season 8. The channel's chief told the press that the series will end after Season 8. Ryan Gosling has claimed to be the happiest man currently. This because the actor has got a chance to spend good quality time with his young daughters and his rumoured wife, Eva Mendes. 27-year-old Oscar-winning actor Alicia recently confessed that despite doing some very good films and also getting praise and accolades for her work, she still feels insecure while she signs a new project. Singer Kylie Minogue's recent picture with her fiancé Joshua has gone viral. In the picture, one can see Joshua playfully trying to choke Kylie. Google has rolled out a feature in Google Search that would notify you whenever your name is mentioned on the web. Google's Stay in the Loop feature would deliver a report to your Gmail account. Delphi Automotive will launch a small test fleet of automated taxis in Singapore next year. This is aimed to ferry passengers around the city district in one of the first real-world tests of automated rides on demand. Tesla has announced that it plans to buy solar energy firm SolarCity. The two companies hope that joining forces will allow them to scale their battery and solar energy operations. The Android 7.0 Nougat is also coming. It may be coming sooner than you expected. The company may release the OS this month itself. An iOS researcher has found that WhatsApp doesn't delete chats on iPhone, and delete messages can be recovered. Messages, when deleted, only disappear and don't get deleted from the database, and it can be retrieved.